The following program was produced by CTV Community Television.
H11, request for review of approval of resolution R 2025-20. A resolution for the adoption of the 5-year 2026 to 2030 Parks and Recreation Plan for the Township of Cottrellville. Item number 12, request for approval to pay the project control engineering our final payment of $610 for services rendered on the SRF project. And item number 13, where we reevaluate the progress of Joe's Garage. Mr. Treadway is here tonight. If there's no other additions or deletions, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda with additions.
I'll motion to approve the agenda with the additions.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to item number C, and we will open up the public hearing at 7:32. The public hearing is a notice of public hearing for adoption of the 5-year Parks and Rec Master Plan. Basically, this is to adopt the public hearing to hear public comment on the Parks and Rec plan. I will open the floor, or I will open the podium for public comment at 7:32. With no public comment, I'll close the public comment at 7:32. And with that, I can close the public hearing. I need a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Public hearing is closed. Item number D, guest speaker. We have Taylor here today from Friends of the St. Clair River. Come on down.
Well, this is for you. This is a copy of that invasive identification guide that was in the final report.
Oh, awesome.
And if the rest of the board would like copies of the report, there are some in there as well. So I'm Taylor Hebening Fuller. I'm the watershed educator at Friends of the St. Clair River. I think most of you have met me by now, but if you haven't, that's where I'm coming from. So this summer we did a contract with the township on the park restoration project. So I'm just here to give a little recap of how that went. So the Cottrellville Township Shoreline Park was part of 9 habitat restoration sites that were identified. It aimed to remove failing seawall and restore some native vegetation as a riparian buffer zone, and we aimed to pick up where that project left off with this one. So our stewardship activities included controlling invasive plants, community outreach through volunteering and social media, and identifying a list of native plants to be planted at the site in the future. And we hosted 5 work days out throughout the contract period. So over the course of that contract, we had 31 volunteers provide 62 hours of stewardship. Throughout that time, we removed an estimated 40 bags, which is about 1,200 pounds of invasive species like Phragmites from the shoreline, and opened it up for that native planting. We also developed an identification guide, which is what I gave Greg there, and there's also an attachment example for volunteers to be able to go out on their own and see what's invasive, make sure that they're not pulling anything new that we put in. So we calculated out the value of volunteer hours according to the independent sector organization. So they value volunteer time at about $34 an hour right now. So that was just about $2,100 of volunteer service that was able to be provided to the park over that contract period. So we were very happy to see your new plan for the Parks and Rec, and we hope to be involved with that in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you guys have any,
Awesome program.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Any questions about the project?
What was that?
Did any of you have any questions about the project?
Are we eligible to sign up again next year?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I don't have any questions. I just like to say, with Mr. Everett here, and phenomenal volunteer, came to
Yes.
all but one, and
My star
I want to
volunteer.
thank you. I want to thank you for your efforts. I appreciate it. Hopefully next year we can get a bigger group of people. I mean, we had people in and out all season. It was good, and yeah, I thank you guys. I can't commend you guys enough.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
No, thank you. I think that's, it's definitely awesome to see the people that helped out with that. And for next year, what would you do different? Are you going to be taking more things out or?
Yeah, so
planting
we
more?
made a plan and also mapped out what kind of native species would be good at the shoreline, what would thrive there, what would provide visual interest in the winter, a good mix of those things, what's good for native pollinators during the spring, and where that stuff should go. So we would start planting next year if we came back there to fill in those big gaps that are thankfully not full of Phragmites anymore.
Right, yeah, and like you said, identifying everything is key because people need to know what they're pulling or.
Yes, and it will take maintenance.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, it's a mark of invasive species that they keep coming back, but I think that that's helpful. I know it was helpful for a lot of people that came out over this past summer, so I think it's a good guide because they can all start to blur together a little bit when you're looking at 5 different kinds of thistle.
Yeah, for sure, yeah, thank you to everybody that volunteered, that's excellent, yeah.
Taylor provided me with a list of the native plants to plant so that we can get ready to purchase them next year, and I think you guys will help us with that. I mean, we'll pay for it, but I mean, you'll help us get the plants.
Yeah, absolutely. We know
And,
lots of
so-
planters around who can help provide those.
I'll be adding that into the budget, through the budget process, so that we make sure we've got extra for the native plants that need to be replaced. And, yeah, I'll be back out there again in the spring with you guys, so, I'm looking forward to it.
Us too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to the consent agenda. Item number 1, the approval of the Township Board minutes for the regular meeting of Wednesday, November 12th, 2025 at 7:30 PM. B, special meeting Wednesday, November 19th, 2025 at 11 AM. Item number 2, approval of the treasurer's report, the reconciliation to tax account 0413 for September 2025, reconciliation of general checking 4183 for September 2025, cash summary report by account as of September 2025. Item D, Cottrellville Township investment reports as of September 2025. Item number 3, approval of the clerk's reports, the revenue and expenditure report for November. Item number B, the approval of paychecks, the payroll dates for November 2025 for the net total amount of $23,996.32. Approval of the accounts payables, we have 0 left to be open to be paid for November. $384,606.02 were already paid. $11,468.66 in tax disbursements for a grand total of $396,074.68. We also received correspondence from the Marine City Fire Authority for the runs in November. There was a total runs from the Fire Authority of 65. Cottrellville had 12 runs, 7 medical emergencies, 1 motor vehicle accident, 1 carbon monoxide alarm, 1 smoke alarm, 1 structure fire, and 1 vehicle fire. Anybody have any questions on the consent agenda? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to item number F, public comment. Anybody wishing to address the board regarding agenda items may do so at this time. I'm opening up public comment at 7:40. If we have no public comment, I will close the public comment at 7:40. Moving on to the board committee department reports, the building report for October 2025. We had 9 permits for a total of $2,890. Again, just a lot of stuff going on in the community, which is good. Moving on to unfinished business. Now, we said we would talk about this in December, so unfinished business. Item number 1 is proposal from Tex Mike Gum and other competitors. We tabled it until December. I'll open this up for discussion. I'll throw out my 2 cents. I think we're all right now. I mean, do a pretty good job of getting the word out. I don't think we need to add a text my gov or go.gov or gov or whatever it is. We haven't had many water main breaks that we've had to really,
Would.
well, yeah, that we've had to notify the public about. I mean, it's all been pretty centralized. We had 1 or 2 boil water advisories, nothing we had to send out to WINS. I think if we have that situation, we can utilize WINS. So, yeah, I mean, if anybody else has any other opinions and thinks we should take action on it, I'll listen to it, or we can listen to it. If not, we can take that off the unfinished business
I think we did fine without it. It's a nice to have, but is it a urgent matter? No, not at this time, in my opinion. I mean, it would be nice to have for not just things like boil water advisories or whatever. You know, we could have, the go live today that you did.
Yeah.
Gone out to everybody. The Facebook, you did it 3 times today. All 3 of those could have been pushes out to people text message wise, just to encourage people to visit the bookmobile and to come up if you need to be warm and whatever, so.
I do like the idea of it. I just think right now, let's,
How much was it a year again? I forget. Wasn't it like 3,500? Am I remembering that correctly?
it was somewhere around there, like 35 to 4,500. I think it was 4,500 the first year, and then after that it's $3,500 a year, because it's like $1,000
There was
setup fee.
a setup fee.
I mean, we can revisit it in the future, but I don't think we need to take action on it now. I mean, if we find that we can benefit from it, next year, I say we can discuss it then, but I don't think we need to keep it on unfinished business. I don't think we need to take action on it tonight. Anybody
agree.
else?
I agree with you, yeah.
Well, then we can move on to new business.
No action.
Item number 1, request to approve the 2026 Planning Commission meeting schedule and submission deadlines. Submission deadlines document is prepared by McKenna.
So this document just, the meeting dates were already set at the last meeting. This one now adds the application submission deadlines and notice due deadlines as well. So that everybody is well aware of, in order to get their application on the agenda for the Planning Commission, because there's information that we need ahead of time, that we need proper posting and all of that. These are the deadlines to get onto those meetings. It's just more information and clearer deadlines for the public, so.
I like it. I mean, it needs to be done, because we don't want to keep throwing stuff on at the last minute to any of the meetings, as far as that goes, the important stuff, especially the Planning Commission. One thing I will say isn't, we're doing the new Planning Commission ordinance. It's not ready yet. It should be ready by January's board meeting. I considered doing a moratorium on any new applications until the new Planning Commission ordinance was in effect. We may do that when we pass the new ordinance. We don't have any applications for next month right now as it stands, so I think we're all right. So, yeah, I mean, I'll entertain a motion to approve the meeting schedule with the submission deadlines.
I'll make that motion.
I don't know who made it, but, so it says 2025.
Yep, typo.
What
It's
typo?
it's just 2026. So the reason, honestly, these dates, that there's even 2 columns, was because when we used the voice, we needed extra time to be able to post things, because they were only twice a week newspaper? Or once a week, I don't remember. Now we're posting with the only other semi-local newspaper that's around, which is the Tribune, and they're a daily newspaper, so we don't need as much of a difference. So that's why the dates are the same in both columns, just to give you guys a heads up.
We just had to make that correction from 2025 to 2026.
Yeah, it was just a typo.
I had a motion. Do I have a second?
Who motioned that?
Chris?
Chris?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Like I said, I didn't need a roll call vote on that. I always do that on new business. Item number 2, request to approve payment of McKenna invoices related to work on the master plan, the Parks and Rec plan. Invoice 25-040-2 for $3,150, -25040-4 for $3,900, -25040-6 for $3,900. For the total amount of $10,950. Yeah, so we're on track. That's their payments throughout the contract. So I'll entertain a motion to approve payments to McKenna.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
And Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 3, request to approve payment of McKenna invoices related to work with the planning commission as advisors. Invoice 25-057-1 for $2525. Invoice 25057-4 for $2,042.50 for the total amount of $4567.50. I'll entertain a motion to approve that.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 4, request to approve payment of invoice for services rendered by Norman Markle for disposal of the abandoned boat left on Mayor Road in September 2025 in the amount of $1,000. I don't know if any of you guys really know, but there was an abandoned boat. It had actually been there for a couple years, and there was I don't want to call it bickering, but it went back and forth between IRA and us and the road commission. The road commission didn't want to touch it, and technically Mayor Road is in the abandoned portion, not the abandoned portion, but the closed portion of Mayor Road between Arnold and 26 Mile. And since that's kind of our responsibility, we had to remove that boat. I guess it had been going on for a couple of years between the former supervisor and the supervisor of IRA. So we had contacted Dave Towing. Dave Towing had gotten it out of there and gotten it over to Mr. Markle's scrapyard because it had concrete, asphalt, shingles, an engine, oil, fuel, all kinds of stuff in there, so we couldn't take it to the dump. Mr. Markle was kind enough to take it and separate all those items and dispose of the materials the way they needed to be disposed of. And the bill for that's $1,000. We'd already paid the tow truck, and Dave's towing only charges $250. So just looking to get Mr. Markle squared away and thank him for doing that for us. So I'll entertain a motion to approve payment of that invoice.
I'll motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 5, request to review and approve proposed contract extension submitted by Terra Environmental USA for waste and recycled collection. I'll open this one up for discussion. Our contract is set to be up with them in June or July of this year, 2026. And they approached us with the new contract. We added an extra dumpster, so we had 2 dumpsters for the spring cleanup, 2 dumpsters for the fall cleanup now instead of 1. They did raise their rates. I think it was up 5% after the first rate, but what they did remove is, right now we pay they call it a COVID fee. So they removed that COVID fee. And just the initial increase is, I don't know, 13 something.
How does that work? Is this like 13.24?
Pound?
It's 13.24
Per pickup?
Per household.
per household.
Per week? Per household per week?
Yes. Or no, it's 13.24 for the year. Because right now we pay, I think we're charging 172 on the tax bill. We're actually paying a little more than that. So,
Do you want me to go get a bill? Just to kind of show you what the actual bill, how it's laid out and check to see is that per, I think it's per month. I think I pay that per month.
Because I guess,
I only get-
well, it says
I only
per
get-
year pricing. Year one, it goes up $13.24.
Yeah,
So that's what it's-
That's just our rate for year one and our rate for year two. I think
Oh.
that's monthly. It's
Oh, that's the
$13
weekly
per
fee.
household monthly. Let me go get the bill.
okay.
Just to be clear.
I was trying to throw numbers together when I was reading this and nothing was
Well,
mathing for me. And
Let's say it's 13.24 a week. And if I do some quick math,
Actually, I didn't.
13.24 times 52 is 688. It can't be per week, so it's gotta be per month. 13.24
I guess it
times
was-
12, it comes to 158.88.
That's probably it then.
Yeah.
Because then we charge like a,
But that's,
I bet you that's it.
So it's.
I didn't break it down per household, I guess I was looking at the big picture. I
It's
should've-
a monthly rate per household. So the bill, I got two of them. I'll just pop this off so we can see it. So it's a monthly quantity and then the rate.
Oh.
So it's households.
so we're going from 11.17 and to that. We can see there's a post-pandemic increase.
So it's a monthly.
So now we're just going, so now it's gonna
And
be
then the
13.24,
quantity of
year two will be
households, and then the rate.
13.75.
So it's a
Makes sense.
monthly rate.
Okay,
How much was the COVID?
$2 and something.
What's that?
How much was the COVID?
95 cents per
95
house.
cents. So, it came to like 2,000 a quarter or something, I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was like $1,300 a quarter. So now they removed the post-COVID fee, and now that'll be the new rates. So, that's how the bill
Basically
reads.
with the new rate, they just combined
I
it.
wanna show that to you.
Honestly, it's
So you can
just a.
see. So year one, instead of the 11.17 and the 95 cents, it'll be 13.24.
And just a flat 13.24 per household. So there's no extra fees added.
And then it goes up every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that I contacted Waste Management earlier this year because I knew this was coming up. They didn't show any interest.
This was my next question.
Well,
Yeah,
I contacted Just Rubbish,
I didn't even know.
and they don't come down this far. They handle mostly on the northern part of St. Clair. They don't come down this far. I did get an email the other day from Priority Waste, but I don't know if I want to even open that can of worms with what's been going on with Priority Waste. I mean, right now, I get very minimal complaints about Mterra, and they treat us pretty well, so I don't see any issues with that. But what we do before we accept this, I'll have to have a motion to suspend competitive bidding.
So then my next question is those green recycling bins that people come in and is that part of our contract with
Yeah,
Ontario?
we
Or when
don't-
they drop them off, are we charged?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
The little bins are, part of the cost. They don't charge us for
Because
that.
that's the only thing I ever hear complaints of it, is that they like throw the recycling bins and they crack, but if they're replacing them, I mean.
Yeah, they provide them. They've also dropped off some, I don't know what size cans they are.
I don't remember. They're very large, but they're very, very heavy duty. Rolling lid lift bins, that can be used for either trash or recycle. Those are at a cost, so if any residents are interested in those, the cost is 90 for the smaller one and 100 for the bigger one. And they're significantly, they're large. Even the small
Yeah.
one is plenty of space for a weekly recycle pickup, so.
So, yeah, we're gonna offer those to the, I mean, we're not gonna give them away, I mean, there's a cost to them, but we have them here at the Township Hall. And if people wanna purchase them, rather than go to Home Depot and get the other ones, they can come purchase these ones.
I will tell you that as a recycling bin, the ones here are much higher quality than what you can get at Home Depot.
Okay. And there's no, like, I know some cities where you have to have those bins, that's not gonna be.
No, they don't wanna require us to have them.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he flat out said, no, we would never require you guys to have them. And that's generally a community's decision, it would be our decision if we wanted to require them. They're not gonna require us to have them. So, yeah, if there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion to suspend competitive bidding.
Because we're gonna accept this. So that's why we're suspending the
Yes.
competitive bid, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I will make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please?
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Now I will entertain a motion to approve the contract extension submitted as submitted by Intera.
I'll make the motion to approve the extension.
Do I have a second?
I will second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to item number 6, request to approve payment of annual maintenance and membership fees in the amount of $1,043.11 payable to this date, 8/11. Paid every year, that you are misstated. So, I'll entertain a motion to approve payment.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second? I'll second. All in favor by roll call vote, please. Or any discussion? All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 7, request to approve payment of bookkeeping services invoice in the amount of $776.25 payable to Phil Packing Company, CPAs. Any discussion? Just, they've been helping you guys out and doing a good job. So, I entertain a motion to approve payment.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 8, request to approve payment of invoice 25 CTR-02 in the amount of $375 payable to Friends of the St. Clair River for the final payment of the 2025 stewardship program. Before I ask for a motion to pay that, I'll just say one more time, thank you. You guys were incredible. The volunteers were incredible. I know all the volunteers that are here tonight, amazing. So it was an incredible transformation of that park this year. With that, I'll entertain a motion to approve payment of invoice to Friends of the St. Clair River.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 9, request to approve resolution R 2025-19, a resolution for the St. Clair County Road Commission 2026 Local Road Funding Assistance Program. This is the road funding for Shortcut Road, I believe.
Yep. This is the final,
This would be the final stretch. It'll take us all the way to Starville Road, and it'll complete that project. The estimated total cost of the project is $260,000. They're gonna contribute $100,000 of that. We're gonna pay $160,000. The extra $60,000 this year is the total cost to finish the last, that's a half mile cost generally, so This will finish it out all the way to Starville Road. I think we pretty much already approved the payments or the forms before, because we knew that this was coming. This is just the final, after they approved it, now we can approve it. So I'll entertain a motion to approve that resolution.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor by roll. Any discussion, any questions?
I'm excited they will stop answering that question.
What's that?
I'm excited
it'll
to
be
stop
done.
answering that question,
When's it
because
gonna
I've
be done?
asked at least once a week, when's it gonna be done?
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. So those of you at home, shortcut road will be done 2026. Item number 10, request to approve resolution BR 2025-2026-04, resolution to amend the Cottrellville Township budget fiscal year ending March 31st, 2026, approved on March 12th, 2025. This is our quarterly amendment. Any big news on there? That really pretty much just making adjustments where it needed to be made.
Just making adjustments where it needs to be made. The biggest one obviously is the water.
We knew the water.
Yeah. I mean, mostly it's just anything, because your guys' pages should be in color, anything green.
Yeah.
That's a positive change. Anything in yellow, kind of had to add a little there. So they're about equal. I got some greens, I got some yellows, so.
They're still in good shape. Well, I don't know, because I didn't see it, I thought we were gonna talk about something else. But I'll ask about that. Were we gonna talk about the two water,
The water that we're gonna pay off the bond?
And I think weren't you gonna have that on the next?
Yes.
That's on the
yeah,
next month's one?
Yes, they're
Yeah.
writing up a resolution that we're gonna have to bring to
the next board meeting?
Correct, so that'll be
Okay.
on the next board meeting.
Darn, I was gonna give you kudos tonight.
You can give me kudos next time.
Next month.
Okay. Is there any questions on the budget amendments?
I was wondering if this was new, is that, so is it?
She's
so
looking at the
the-
rubbish collection assessment under the revenue that's coming in?
The interest, so we've never done that before? That's what I was.
So the interest was, is the rubbish collection, that's part of the one that you now have,
Oh,
in
yes.
the-
Sorry,
is
I
it
wasn't
in your
comprehending what.
class, or is it in the?
Yeah,
So
so I
we-
have, so what I have money in a investment fund.
Right, which I
And
think
so
is-
now we are making interest off of it, where in the past, we have, no.
Okay.
I've taken every penny in this township that I can, and I'm trying to make money off of it.
Yeah, yeah, I thought so.
There's some good news coming next month that, I want to talk about it, but we'll talk about it next month. Good news coming though. Did you have any other questions on that?
No, so the highlight, so is the highlight to the right, is that a formula? So when it highlights yellow and it highlights green, or is someone actually
Oh,
physically?
no, I physically did
You do
all
that?
of
Yeah,
them.
that's what I thought, okay. I was just,
Yeah.
I thought.
It's the change, so you can look
Yeah.
at the quarter, the original budget, quarter one, quarter two, and then quarter three budget, so you can see where the changes have been made, including the fourth column of the 25-26, which shows the actual activity of the, so it's just anything that's changed in positive or negative are the highlights. If it's not highlighted, it hasn't changed, it's just the same as it was before.
Yeah, I
Some
just,
things we're spending less money in, so we can shift it around to the stuff where we're over budget, right? I'll be honest with you, we're over budget on water main breaks. Right now, well, at last count, it was like 40,000, so I think I had budgeted 70,000, which is about average. Well, this year, we're over like 110,000 right now in water main breaks. So, obviously, we needed to make some adjustments on that column. And
yeah, I just was curious if it was intuitive. I didn't know if you had any formulas in there, if it was, made it
No.
easier for you, no?
No.
Okay.
so, no, with that, if there's no other discussion or no other questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve Resolution DR 2025-2026-04.
I'll make the motion to approve it.
Do I have a second? I'll second. All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 11. The good one, well, they're all good, but this is my favorite one because we're making progress. Request for review and approval of Resolution R 2025-20, a resolution for the adoption of the 5-year 2026 to 2030 Parks and Recreation Plan for the Township of Cottrellville. A lot of hard work went into it. I can't thank McKenna enough. Yeah, if you want to come up and say something.
Just for folks at home.
I guess I could have invited you during the public hearing, but no, come on up.
No, that's okay. I know, you and Angela are in this, we're working together closely on this project all the time, but for folks at home, folks in the room, my name is Ashley Jankowski. I'm I'm an associate planner at McKenna, but also have been providing planning services to the township, both helping out the planning commission, but working on your Parks and Rec plan and your master plan as well. Up for adoption today is your 2026 to 2030 Parks and Recreation Master Plan, which is really a community-driven plan for enhancing the township's parks, recreational amenities, and programming over the next 5 years and beyond. We really wanted to celebrate the really incredible investments that the community has already made in its park and rec facilities and the incredible volunteer efforts that are already underway, while uplifting what community members really wanted to see in the future. I want to emphasize that this was a community-driven plan. We had a community-wide survey. We were at, Hoods, Tunes, and Brews, talking with community members. We had a 30-day public comment period on this draft, so there was a ton of opportunity for folks to weigh in, tell us what they wanted to see in the future. And I'll just name a few things. Folks want, sports fields, bike paths, restrooms at existing parks. They want educational programming. They want more opportunities to gather at community events. They want to have existing parks programmed with, volunteer opportunities to collaborate with the folks that also call this township home. And so we really wanted to design a plan with clear goals and clear objectives that helped the township incrementally reach those goals and perhaps more importantly, acquire the funding to go after those goals. So this plan, once we submit it to the MDNR and they make sure it has everything that we need, you become immediately eligible for MDNR grants, and I'll be working closely with Greg to figure out the best projects that we can go after to begin bringing these ideas to life. I'm happy to answer any questions about the plan or the planning process today. We have to add some of the meeting documentation to the final plan. Once all that's wrapped up, you will have hard copies here at the township. We'll post the final version on the project website and on the township website, on social media. And we're really excited to get this into the hands of folks and to start, implementing as soon as possible. So happy to take any questions that you have.
I don't have a question, I just have a kudos. I mean, I saw some of the emails that came in from some of the other communities that said it was one of the best put together plans that they've seen in a long time from some of the other community foundations in the county. That impressed me, and I, again, thank you. It was a great project. I enjoyed working on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's all I have to say on it. Anybody else have any questions?
So when we start trying to apply for the grants and stuff like that, what does that timeline look like? When do we start doing that?
Yeah, so, and this is across the board for all communities in the state. The deadline for submitting plans to MDNR is February 2nd. We're way ahead of schedule. We're adopting today. We'll gather some of the other appendix materials, submit some final pieces to my grants, and then I believe the next grant opportunity opens in February. So we'll be ready. We'll have all of our documentation set, so we don't have to worry about those administrative pieces. And so early next year, we'll be on the lookout for some opportunities.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So do you recommend that we have a Parks and Rec committee in order to help with that?
Yeah, one of the things that we heard when engaging with, city administration staff was that to help achieve these visions, we need funding, but we also need human resources. We need volunteers, and we need a regular, fully staffed recreation advisory committee. And so one of the goals in the plan is really about, attracting folks who can sit on that committee and who are actively engaged and have a passion for this type of work. So that's certainly a priority.
I have some interest in some volunteers that have expressed interest. I'm hoping one of our volunteers that love cleaning the park will be one of them, but, I know Jeff Reel had expressed interest in a couple other people. So, once we get through this part of the plan, then we'll put the call out for more volunteers again for the Parks and Rec Committee. Any other questions? Comments? If not, thank
Awesome.
you so much.
Thanks, and congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
With that, I'll entertain a motion for the approval of resolution R2025-20.
I will make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 12, request for approval to pay Project Control Engineering, Inc. our final payment of $610.10 for services rendered for the CWSRF Project 2021. And payment once it's dispersed from the state of Michigan to PCE Inc. Man, we haven't had one of these in a few months. They were wrapping it up. They got the paperwork done. I got it today. I'll entertain a motion to make this final payment once we receive it from the state.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, any discussion?
Maybe I'm not reading it right, but,
This last sentence.
oh,
Cross
I
out
see.
the last
Sorry.
line.
Oh, no, that's okay.
That was a
That's
typo.
making
It's
sense.
just for the $610.10.
That's what I thought, that's what's here, okay.
I literally threw the additions together like 3 minutes before.
Okay.
Because Greg had just gotten it in his email.
Yeah.
So, or is that evening?
Yep. So with that, I will entertain, we already had a motion, we got a second. Roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 13, reevaluate the progress of Joe Treadway's Joe's Garage. Joe, you want to come up to the podium? And I believe last month, when you were here, you had 2 items left to complete.
Yes,
Okay, and it's my understanding that you have those final 2 items that were requested from McKenna and our building official and the fire chief, Mr. Chief Slangster, those are complete.
that is correct.
Can you remind me what those 2 items were again?
The tire rack and the, around the building, fire marshal wanted it, the space around the building.
How about the dumpster enclosure?
The dumpster enclosure,
Oh, that's not done,
oh, the dumpster enclosures is not done?
it's not done,
Is it because of the weather? Is it going to be complete?
yeah.
When is that planning commission hearing? It's after our next meeting.
January.
That's so the dumpster enclosure is the last thing.
The last thing, that is correct.
Okay, but everything's off the side of the building,
Yep.
and then the fire chief gave the okay, and I'll confirm that with him. Okay. Let me talk to the building official,
Okay.
to see about this dumpster enclosure, because I don't know if you probably had to sink poles in the ground, I don't know how he wanted that.
There's a culvert right there where the dumpster's gonna go
Okay.
to. So there's mistake operation, the culvert's pretty much caved in, so there's some excavation has to be done.
Okay, well, I'm gonna talk to him, and then what I will do, based on what he says on that dumpster enclosure, which, I mean, if we're good, I will recommend at the next meeting that we send it back to the planning commission. I know that's supposed to be on the agenda by
January 7th. That's more for like if.
Okay, so we can, as long as the building official is satisfied, at our next meeting, I will refer that to the planning commission for what do you want to call it? What do I want to call it? Reconsideration
Okay.
for approval of your site plan. I hope we're on a path now, of cooperation where.
Absolutely.
Where we work together to make sure that any complaints from any of the residents are handled in a timely fashion, and we can work together cooperatively.
I do have a glitch with two of my tow companies, and I'm trying to get that resolved. One of them probably never be resolved.
Okay. Well, then what I will do is, like I said, I'm gonna put this on unfinished business for next month's meeting.
Okay.
And as long as the building official is satisfied, I will send it back to the planning commission for reconsideration.
Okay, appreciate
Fair
it.
enough?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did anybody else have any questions on that? Did anybody have anything for Mr. Treadway? Okay. With that, we're done with new business. I will open the floor for public comments for anything anybody wants to say. I opened that at 8:17, and it doesn't look like we have anybody, so I will close that at 8:17. Which moves us on to board comments and announcements. Lisa, do you have any comments, announcements? No? Sarah? Chris?
Nothing.
Angela?
Again, we have those garbage cans for sale. They're large and very heavy duty, so if you're looking for one that isn't gonna break as easily, they're available here at the Township Hall. They were dropped off
I think,
beginning of this week.
yeah.
Yeah, and $90 and $100, depending on the size you want.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I saw that the pole barn's coming along nicely.
What's that?
Pole barn's coming along nicely.
Yeah, they were spray foam insulating today. The gas line is run. Most of the electrical is done. Once they finish spray foam insulating, the builder's gonna be back. He's gonna put the steel sheeting on the ceiling and in the other area. And then the electricians will finish. The last thing we're really waiting for is DTE to come in and put the transformer box in and run their line through the conduit. I've been assured it'll be done before Christmas, so if not, I'll be rather disappointed, but it should be done. And I'll mention, I may, depending if it's done, if all this stuff is done before the New Year's, I may give a couple days' notice if he gives us the invoice to pay a couple of the outstanding invoices of completion of the building. I don't know if we get all the invoices for the completion, but I don't want to make him wait again another month. If he turns it in next week, if they do that, then I'll call a special meeting. I'll give a couple days' notice and we'll hold a special meeting just to pay those invoices. That was my announcement. Was the special meeting. I might have to call a special meeting just to pay the invoices. I will say, I wish all you guys and all you guys here at the table, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. All of you at home, be safe and merry. And I'd just like to say, this is our 13th meeting as a board as far as our monthly board meetings. And I want to thank you guys for a year's worth of progress. It's we've done a lot in a year, and it wouldn't have been done without you guys. And that's all I got. So if there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
I'll motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting adjourned.
The preceding program was produced by CTV Community Television. CTV Community Television is supported by the cities of Marine City and St. Clair, East China Township, Cottrellville Township, and the East China School District.